And what a wintertime sport it is. It is Indiana High Hockey going for the Penguins Cup tonight on PIHL Class A Hockey. Our conversation with Jordan Haines, the Indiana High coach, brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Last time I called an Indiana High game, I believe Dom Glavich was the coach, and Jordan, you might have been on the staff back then. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Wonderful. It's good to have you with us here today. Boy, this is a big doing thing tonight, isn't it? This is a culmination of not just 1 year of hard work. It's really the culmination of two really, really difficult years, all coming together with a chance for something really special for Indiana High hockey.
Yeah, it's been quite the ride for the last 2 years. COVID set us back the end of last year and shut us down. We couldn't play for that Penguin Cup against Thomas Jefferson, and then a roller coaster ride of shutdowns and closings and canceled games this year with COVID. And I'm thankful to the PIHL and Indiana School District for helping us get through it, and I have the opportunity to play.
Now, as the disappointments have come, so have the triumphs. These guys have really kept their heads in it, haven't they?
Oh, yeah. From schoolwork to practices to, the mandatory mask wearing and trying to keep socially distanced as a team, as an organization is extremely difficult.
You deal with all of the disappointments of a game that is having to be postponed and the schedule holes that are there, and yet they have continued to play really outstanding hockey all season long. Does that surprise you with this group of kids?
No. Our coaching staff, has put in a lot of work over the last five years trying to build the program up to be a powerhouse program. And this is the year that last year would have been the year that it would start, and this will be the second year. So it's starting to pay off. We have a ton of kids that buy into the hockey training and off-ice video. When we start, it's all hockey, and we do it as a group, and we work hard at it.
We know that teams certainly have different personalities. There can be teams built on offense and speed. There can be teams built on toughness and size. The best teams are the teams that mix their blend of all of those different good characteristics together. If you were to look at this team from an opposing coach's standpoint, and look at Indiana High, what would you say about them? What would be the danger signs that they present?
I would say that we like to play in that gray area. We just toe the line of toughness with a lot of tenacity and a lot of speed, and a really strong goaltender. We have 3 to 4 lines for the first time in years that I can't even remember. What it takes to win a Penguin Cup, you got to be able to roll 3 lines so guys don't get too tired and beat up. But we're tough. We can put pucks in the net, and we have team speed in every line.
And the defense is interesting to me because, when you're playing even strength, that's one thing. But when you're a team that can take a penalty or two, it really relies on the PK. What is the philosophy with your penalty kill? Is it a keep away type of game, or just how do you structure it? Well,
we talk about speed. We want to pressure the opponent, make them try and make a pass, make them try and make a play. And when you make them make a pass, there's not a lot of teams that can have 5 guys that can make a complete pass and tape to tape. And once the puck gets bobbled, that's anyone's game. It's a 50-50 puck at that point. So we try and pressure and be aggressive as possible. And our defensemen and our penalty kill are extremely well at blocking shots. We block a lot of shots in a game. I think we had 26 block shots over the last 2 playoff games combined. We preach that. We work on that in practice. We work on a lot of penalty kill and power play in our practices. And the kids really respond during a game. And like I said in numerous newspaper interviews, our kids just have that chip on their shoulder that they didn't get to play last year, and they have one goal in mind, and that's to win the Penguin Cup.
Absolutely. All right, so take me back to February 4th against Chartiers Valley here at home at S&T Bank Arena. You have a 2-0 first period lead, scoreless in the second, and then give up 2 in the third before Danny gets the game winner on the power play. 7:09 left in the third. What stands out about that game? What did you learn about Chartiers Valley from that game?
Honestly, I don't know if I learned anything from that game, but it brought me back to that game after watching what they did against Kiski in their semifinal game. Chartiers Valley is a team that sometimes pretty much comes out a little bit slow, and they progress into the third period. They outscore their opponents in their second period. As if anybody watched the Kiski game, Kiski was winning 2-0, and they came back and scored 3 unanswered goals, and 3 or 4 unanswered goals, and then an empty net to solidify their victory. So I think they're a team that builds during the game, and for us to be successful, we need to come out fast, put pucks in the net, and keep that energy throughout every period.
That sounds like a team that doesn't really consider themselves to be out of a game. They're not going to panic when they're down either.
No, they don't throw pucks. They don't panic a lot. They have some really talented players that can score pretty much from anywhere. So we need to contain them and be in their face as much as possible. Don't give them any time and space, and I think we can be successful.
Talk about Danny Williams and Zach Eisenhower, Ben Nettleton, and the way they work.
Yeah, well, Tanner Agnello centers the line of Williams and Eisenhower. Yeah. Danny's sneaky. He can kind of float into those spots in the zone and get lost, and he can get behind guys. Zach's more of a power forward. He's gritty. He can score from anywhere, and he's just got the wheels, man. He can fly, and Ben Nettleton's with Orlando Clark and Corbin Wilson. Ben Nettleton's a power center with a lot of strength that's got a rocket of a shot, and Corbin Wilson, he's got the speed like Agnello and can be a more of in-your-face play in the gray area type of guy. And Orlando Clark, he floats kind of like Danny Williams and gets lost in the offensive zone where teams don't see him, and he did that in the last game against Freeport and had 2 goals.
Yeah, it's pretty special. Those types of guys that can do that. Seamus O'Connor,
and then we have a third line of Vince Belize, Colton Rako, and Zach Brody, who, when our first 2 get tired, they're out there and they're keep making their opponent play 200 feet, a 200-foot game, and getting in their face, trying to be a little bit physical, trying to wear the other team down so our first 2 lines can get back out fresh. So it's really nice to roll 3 lines and have that opportunity.
Yeah, they don't get the chance to relax at all against Indiana. Tell me about Seamus O'Connor as a goalie.
Seamus is fantastic. He's the goalie, though. I mean, he's in his own world. We let him do that thing. He's a great team guy. When he's on, and he's really become one of the better goaltenders in the league over the last year. He had a few shaky starts last year, but this year he's been solid. And that Freeport game, I think we gave up 3 breakaways, and he shut them down. So he when he's on his game, he is lights out.
Yeah, that's terrific stuff. This hockey team of yours tonight is going to play for the Penguins Cup against Chartiers Valley. Now, any concerns about the fact that the game comes later in the evening, which means they got to sit around and wait for that first game to end and still get themselves to the point where they're ready to play hockey?
Oh, we're ready to play. We have a pregame skate today, and we have team dinner. Then the bus will depart. Actually, the bus is going to depart at 5 o'clock from the rink. I know that there's going to be a little police escort. So any fans want to support, because the RMU sports complex doesn't allow any fans because of COVID. So if anybody wants to come out and support, and I know HB Culpeppers will be broadcasting the game tonight, and our guys will be ready. I mean, we won't be sitting around watching that first game. We'll be getting there, at the hour and 15, hour and a half before we go on the ice, warm up. There won't be a lot of sitting around. It'll guys will be sleeping on the bus when the bus pulls out of Indiana.
Yeah, terrific stuff. Hey, we wish you the best, Jordan, and congratulations on getting to this point. We want to see you go as far as possible, and it starts tonight against Chartiers Valley. Hey, thanks for being with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Bye now.
Bye.
Jordan Haines, head coach of the Indiana High hockey team, as they take on Chartiers Valley for the PIHL Class A Penguins Cup Championship tonight.